All right, ladies and gents, we are on to lesson 5, module 5, so 5.5. Today, our objective was to take fractions and compare them in an area model. And an area model is different than a tape model. An area model is larger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this. We know area model because we've used that with multiplication. So I want you to go ahead and draw this and cut it into fifths and shade in 1/5. Go ahead and pause this while you do that. I want you to shade in 1/5. Make it into fifths. Pause. So this object right here is a hole. This represents 1/5. Well, we want to talk about what 1/5 is equivalent to. We want to know if 1/5 is equivalent to something else, if it's equal to something else. So what I want you to do is I want you to cut this in half with a dotted line, straight in half. Pause while you do that. What is my new fraction? I no longer have 1/5. What do I have? I have 1, 2 out of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1/5 is the same as 2/10. And the way we would write this out is we would say 1/5 equals 1/10 plus 1/10, which is the same as 2/10. This is to show us how we actually broke it down. Now, in order to multiply it, how would I multiply that out? How could I write it differently? Oh, I could say 1/5 equals 2 times 1/10, which is the same as 2/10. Any of those ways would work. All right, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to create an area model, remember, bigger size, and this time represent 1/3. Please pause while you do that. This is what you should have created. Who can tell me what this is? What fraction is it? It's 1/3. You are correct. So our goal is to figure out what 1/3 is equivalent to, or what it's equal to. If I draw horizontal lines, remember left to right, horizontal lines to decompose it so that I have 4/12. See if you can figure out how to cut this so I have 4 shaded out of 12. You can't shade anymore, so don't. Go ahead and pause. All right, if yours looks like this, you are correct. If you did any other cutting anywhere else, it wouldn't work out to have 4 shaded in. I didn't reshade anything. There are still 4 shaded in. So how did I get to this 4/12? Well, let's look at it. I had 1/3, and then I cut it, and I had 1/4, 1/4, oh no, I lied, 1/12, 1/12, 1/12, 1/12. I have 4 of them, so it's 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12. Do you agree? Well, let's count our spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Definitely 1/12. If I put that all together and I use multiplication, it would look like this. I have 4 objects, and they're all 12ths, which equals 4/12. So that's how many 12ths are shaded. So 1/3 and 4/12 I've just proven are equivalent. Nice job. We could also do it one other way. We could have said 1/3 equals, and if we only bracketed off 2/12, what would that multiplication look like? 2 times 1/12 plus 2 times 1/12. Instead of saying 4, but look at guys, 2 and 2, it's 4. And that still equals 4/12. Does that make sense? All right, last one we're going to do is we're going to make a half and see how many tenths 1/2 equals. Go ahead and create an area model to show that 1/2 equals 5/10. I need to see your area model. One thing we wanted to do here, this should be 4/12, because that's what that equals, and this is 2/10. Go ahead and do an area model like one of these to show 1/2 is 5/10. If you need help, find somebody or raise your hand. Draw an area model. Pause. My hope is you ended up with something that looked like this for a half. If this is as far as you got, now cut it so 5/10 are shaded. All right, and here's what you should have gotten if you actually represented the 5/10. You notice how this is a 5 right here? I cut so that I had 5 groups going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I count the total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 5/10. So how would we write that? We would say 1/2 equals 1, I hope you said 10th, plus 1/10, plus 1/10, plus 1/10, plus 1/10. And again, don't forget, we can box it and do parentheses. We're going to do that in a second. How many tenths do I have? Well, I have 5/10. So my 1/2 definitely equals 5/10. I cut it so there are 5 sections on this left side. And now I have 10 pieces total if I count all of them. Another way to write this would be to box these together. I have 5 1/10, which equals 5/10. Go ahead and find a partner who's also done, and you guys can begin problem set. And after that, work on homework.